Yo, what is up, guys? Good morning. Happy Saturday, because we gotta remain happy. Let me clean the camera lens. Let's see who is here today. Let me open up I brought my laptops here, obviously, so I can look at watches that you guys recommend for me. Dean, certified T3 bot, is here in a building. Marlin, John Parks, Malcolm the moderator, John Parkus, excuse me. Talk about Invicta. I think I've done enough of that for, the recent, enough for the at least the next decade. Brian Carpenter, Daryl McMillan, Mario from Miami. Bienvenidos a Miami. Patrick Petito, certified T3 bot. Raj. Australia in the building. Gonzalo. Glycine combat sub, he says. So, Pete Monzo, certified T3 bot. So, Lalan says hello, regards from Peru. Stay safe and saludos. Talk about the Islander watch. I mean, there's nothing to talk about. I've never seen one in person. We gotta tell Mark to send one over. All you guys that are telling me to look at that watch, contact Mark from Long Island Watch and tell him you want me to review it. The dude's a nice guy. I know he'd probably send me one, but let him know that you guys want me to review it. Adam Hebel from Culver City. What's going on? Not too far away from me, actually. What's my opinion on geeky 80s, 90s Casio watches? I'm spending way too much on them. Bought one that shoots radio frequencies to basically play laser tag. I've never heard of that function, but that's really cool. It's a cool complication, if you will. What are my opinions on geeky I mean, look at my room. I've built up a game room to look like a teenager's room in the 90s. So I'm all about that geeky retro stuff. I don't know, I don't really wear retro Casio watches, but that's, just personal preference. But that laser tag watch or whatever sounds pretty cool. Farrell Grandad from UK. What's going on? Millington from Downey, also not too far. Stephen Ladder, Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos. Andy says, hi Jory, greetings from lockdown here in London, England. Well, greetings from lockdown here in Los Angeles, California. Elmo says, hi Jody, hope you and your family are good. Elmo, UK. We got another one from the UK. 121 Click Bezel says, what up, oh bearded one. By the way, guys, all the barbershops are closed. I'm going to be looking pretty hairy for the foreseeable future, obviously, until they open up again. Dang, we already have 100 people here in the first 3 minutes. So for those of you who are new here, when we get to 100 people, we do a wristwatch check where I show you what I'm wearing, and then you guys in the comment section tell me what you're wearing. So I have brought out my SBBN 031 Tuna. I figured if things are gonna get bad, it's the end of the world, I gotta wear a tough watch, right? So I've been wearing this Tuna a lot lately, actually, pretty much for the past week. I've been wearing this, and I'm just, my favorite part about this watch? It's that double domed crystal. It looks so cool. I was telling my channel members, this is a difficult watch to take a picture of because of how domed that crystal is. But once you get a good picture of it, boy, very sharp. We got a super chat. So guys, in the comment section, tell me, t- tell me what you guys are wearing. Helpful advice with the super chat. With a very odd question. We're gonna address it anyway. My girlfriend wants kids, and I'm not really ready for kids yet. But when I'm drunk and my guard is down, she tricks me into dumping her. So, yeah, just go through with it, dude. Just dump her. Because if she wants you to, right? If she's asking you to dump her, then you should probably do it when you're sober, have a level head, and just get rid of her. Sorry, bro. Sounds pretty toxic. JMS, I know, but SS, I know, but we're, you know, who cares? We have a super chat. May contain bleach. Hey, we need you right now. Have you noticed a dip in Rolex prices on the secondary market? Where do you see prices of the luxury market going? Okay, there's a misspelling here, but we're gonna decipher this. Have you noticed a dip in the Rolex prices on the secondary market? Where do you see prices of the luxury watch market going in the next few months? So, I think that companies are going to report losses. Okay, they're not going to be making as much money as they have been making. We're specifically talking about the Swiss luxury market, right? Why? Because their largest secondary consumer base is Asia. Asia was pretty much hit the hardest. Yes, Europe was hit pretty hard. The US is getting hit hard. But Asia was arguably hit the hardest, the fastest, right? So there's two ways of looking at this. The first way is understanding that a lot of people are probably not buying as many luxury goods as they were because they're too busy being concerned about the scenario, right? The second way to look at this is understanding that the socioeconomic spread of Asia. Okay, unfortunately, in a lot of the areas like China, you're either very, very rich or you're not really in the market for a luxury watch, right? So the people that are very, very wealthy in China, they're not really going to be terribly affected because they have the means to get out of the situation and not be affected by what is going on. We can't even say the word because YouTube will demonetize you and will slap you on the wrist for saying the word. So we're just going to say the situation. So here's what's going to happen. Huge prices are not going to get cut. All right? All Rolex is going to do, and other companies, is that if they had a limited supply, if they had a wait list, that wait list is going to be diminished. All right? They're going to get rid of it. All Rolex is really going to do is they're going to realize, okay, this quarter we got hammered because we didn't sell as many. The people that we had on wait lists, we're going to try to get watches to them. We're going to contact everybody on the wait list and say, hey, guess what, guys? We have some stainless steel options for you that you wanted. And so pretty much what they're going to do is they're going to go down the queue and they're going to make their availability more prevalent. So prices aren't really going to get cut. The availability is just going to increase. So, yeah. Pocket Wow. Hi, T3. What do you think about the limited edition G-Shock resale market? I pretty much don't really like... I really don't like many limited editions, and I don't think I own a single limited edition G-Shock. to me, G-Shocks are fun watches that are meant to be beaten up. So I don't really see the point of buying a limited edition G-Shock. So with that being said, I guess I'm just not in the market for them. Guys, let's cut back on talking about that stuff in the comment section. We're here to have fun. We're here to get away from the news that's hammering us constantly with negativity. If we're going to get out of this, it's the physical health of our people is one thing, but the mental health is arguably much more important, because if you're not well up here, you're not going to have the will to be good up here, right? So let's just try to have fun in the comment section. I don't want the comment section being overrun by this negative talk. Stephen Place says, Certified T3 Bot says, is the Neo Tokyo G-Shock limited? Hint, hint. I don't think it is, actually. That is a really cool G-Shock, but I actually don't think the Neo Tokyo is limited. Did I check out the Victorinox Inox Automatic? I've never checked it out in person, but it looks like a tough watch. John V, $1,200 check, that's a Seiko Tuna. If you're getting the check, dude, and you want to buy a watch, yeah, that'll get you a Seiko Tuna. Didn't used to, but now it will. Hey Jory, I have a Doxa sub 200 on the way. Give me buyer's remorse or fuel my anticipation. Depends which ones. You get the orange dial. I don't think I could give you buyer's remorse. If you are buying something and then someone else's opinion has the ability of like swaying your opinion, then you probably shouldn't have purchased the watch in the first place. But one really cool thing about the Doxa is that it has a very vintage aesthetic, right? Domed crystal, cushion case, diver. I think it's cool. It's really not for me, I don't think, but I think it's very cool. You in your man cave today. Yeah, man, we're on lockdown. LA's on lockdown, so cheers. We're chilling in the game room. Sam, have you ever gotten compliments on the Tuna? Yeah. I think people are just interested in what it is because it looks a bit different. So, I actually went to the Grand Seiko boutique when they opened here in Beverly Hills. And the people working there were very interested in it. I was actually wearing my Tuna. They were like, oh, what is that? I was like, oh, it's Seiko Tuna. And they were like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And we were talking about that. So that was pretty fun. Carlos, how can I get you a dress to send some straps? A friend of mine opened a straps business. They're really cool and handmade. You can email info@thetimetellershop.com. Info@thetimetellershop.com. If one of my moderators wants to link that in the comment section, you can. That's the easiest way to email me. Ian Falconer says, hello. Hello again from Scotland. Been working my way through all the episodes. Love your humor. That's my Scottish accent. Tanzil, wow, dude, I haven't seen you in a very long time, man. Well, I see you on Instagram, stunting with your sneakers and your 911, but I haven't seen you on my channel. The Super Chat says, watch dealers have in recent times worked together to fix prices and artificially increase them, especially on the hyped watches. Do you think that the cartel will break shortly and run on prices will happen? So I think a run on availability will happen, Tanzil. So like I was saying, I don't think we're going to see a massive price cut depending on how long these national lockdowns happen, right? If this gets if this gets handled within the next month, I think that we won't see a large price cut. I think what's going to happen is all the companies that have had availability issues, right? All the companies that have had wait lists, we're going to see those wait lists diminish greatly. Why? Because they want to get more sales. So I don't think we're going to see massive price cuts across the board again, depending on how long these national lockdowns happen. And then outside of that, yeah, they're just going to be contacting their queue saying, hey, guess what? We have watches available. And then they're going to sell them to you at full price, unfortunately. Joel Taborski from Kansas. What's going on? Brian Carpenter says having to make your own coffee. Yeah. Ian says it needs work. Speaking of my accent. Yeah, well, I'm an ignorant American. Raj says, honestly, my Tuna is easily my favorite watch. Doesn't matter, no sapphire or automatic movement. Guys, if you're into divers, try it and you will not be disappointed. I agree. Darren, Certified T3 Bot, says, hey T3, it's good to see you. Well, it's good to see you guys. Lee Bishop hated my accent. You can't put me on the spot. I need some time to work on it. Relax. You're Welsh also, dude. So what do you know? You're not Scottish, you're Welsh. I'd like to see you speak like an American. How come whenever when we like talk to people from the UK and we ask them to speak like an American, they all do a weird John Wayne impression, partner. Have you noticed that? Whenever we speak to our UK friends and we're like, hey, do an American accent, they're all like, I drive a pickup truck, partner. It's like, really? We apparently we're all from the South, which is bizarre. Shirag says, hey Jory, thoughts on the Rolex OP 36mm blue Explorer dial? Should I get that or the 39mm Explorer? I don't recommend the 39mm Explorer. Okay? Why? Because that watch wears way too big for what it is. I would probably go with the blue dial. Honestly, the blue dial OP, 36mm. See, all the people in the comment section are agreeing. Like I might do a bad posh London accent, but whenever we tell you guys to speak like an American, it's always like, howdy, partner, need some fried chicken and sweet tea. Partner, gonna put on my cowboy hat and my boots and eat some sweet potato pie. It's like, dude, we're not all from the South. But all that food is really good, so I'm down. Guys, if you haven't had, like, American fried chicken and, like, sweet potato pie and sweet tea, your guys' tea might be good in the UK. Come down south and have some sweet tea. You'll know what we're talking about. Sweet tea is the only tea that we won't be throwing in the harbor, if you know what I mean. Because Americans like their coffee black and their tea in the freaking harbor. So there. All my UK followers are just gone. David Beckham. Lee Bishop doesn't agree. He doesn't disagree when I do my David Beckham impression. That's not even David Beckham's voice. It's just so funny. Talacious. Jory, does your Amazon store still deliver during Corona time? I'm looking for my first watch under $1,000 Canadian and a leaning toward a Hamilton Field Day-Date. So I don't fulfill the shipping on Amazon. The other shippers fulfill it. So that's what's called an affiliate store. I find the products, I don't fulfill the products. So I think most stuff from Amazon is shipping though, but I can't guarantee who's fulfilling it. Now my personal shop, the Time Teller shop, um, I absolutely, we are fulfilling our orders. Malcolm reminded me I have a super chat. May contain bleach. It says, could you please explain the Seiko Prospex LX line and how it compares to Grand Seiko? I'm a bit confused if LX is of similar quality to Grand Seiko. So here's where Seiko as a whole has gotten themselves into trouble. All right, they've done so many weird branding moves that the branding almost seems arbitrary. Here's what I can tell you. These high-end Prospex models are using movements with spring drive movements. The movements just are not decorated. Okay, they're not decorated, and the finishing is probably not on Grand Seiko's level. Grand Seiko watches spend a good portion of their life in the hands of a human, right? That's how we can kind of discern the quality in a watch. How long has this watch spent in the time of an actual human as opposed to, you know, a machine? Grand Seiko, highly finished, human hands working on the watch. The Prospex LX line, I think the tolerances are very, very tight. They're very highly finished. They're super durable. I think Prospex, like this, they lean more to the tough guy side, right? These watches are built tough. They're built to be used. They're very utilitarian, very functional. And then Grand Seiko is much more elegant and, yeah, things like that. I think I would compare Prospex. I would compare the Prospex LX more to like a Rolex sports watch line. I think they would give Rolex a run for their money when it comes to their sports watches. So I'm trying to be as clear as possible. There's a Seiko Prospex LX that I've wanted since I saw it. It's like $5,000 and I want it so badly. It is so freaking cool. So I'm a little bit biased because I'm a big fan of the Seiko Prospex LX. Phantom, what do I think about the Casio Edifice? I'm confused as to why people always compare it to my Tuna. I'm not saying that you're doing that, but ever since I released my Tuna episode, people were like, my Casio Edifice is the same. And then I started looking at them and I'm like, I don't think these are the same at all. I think a lot of the Casio Edifices are ugly. They are Casio, so I'm sure they're really well made. But I'd have to see one in person. So let me look at the Prospex that I want. Stand by. Stand by. Okay, so the Seiko Prospex I want, Milcom, stand by for the reference number to post it. It's the SNR025. SNR025. It also goes by the reference number SBDB029. SBDB029. It's a GMT spring drive. It's very much up my alley because it has a compass bezel. For me, who likes to be outside, likes to be in my Jeep, go on trails, that is the watch to get, I think. Guys, I also want to thank all my channel subscribers and all my viewers. There's 205 people here. I think in the last 28 days, we've gotten like 6,000 subscribers. A lot of the people here are new viewers. You guys freaking rock. We broke past 94,000. 94,000 subscribers. So you freaking rock. So this watch that I want, the SNR025, right now I could buy one for $4,680. That might be, what do you guys think? Should I do that for my 100,000 subscriber celebration? The watch is so freaking cool. It is so freaking cool. It's expensive though. But out of the Prospex LX series that was released, that's the one that I really, really want. Olivier Renaud says, can you review or at least have a look at the cheapest NATO straps? Their offer is very diverse. They also sell leather straps at a quite fair price, but does the quality match? I'll have to look at them. Special thanks to Wrist Candy Watch Club for sponsoring this channel. They heard about me because I really liked their products. I was talking about their products, and then they actually wrote to me personally, and they were like, hey, is there any way we can help your channel? Can we sponsor you? And I was like, yeah. So special thanks to them, wristcandywatchclub.com. They do sponsor me, and they pretty much are the only two-piece nylon straps I use. Again, because the length is like the proper size for my 7.5-inch wrist. If you've ever had really annoying issues with NATO straps and you can't tuck them back, Wrist Candy Watch Club mitigates that problem. Again, they do sponsor the channel, but they sponsored me only because I was talking about their products first. So they're not paying me to say that their products are good. They're sponsoring the channel and paying the channel so that we can keep making more content. So special thanks to Wrist Candy Watch Club. Carlos, Jory, will I get problems at customs buying from the time teller shop and shipping it to Europe? I doubt it, because we've sold over 60 watches, 70 watches or something. And most of those have been out of the country, believe it or not. Sold multiple to France, Germany, a bunch to UK, so like Scotland, London. I just sent one to Colombia last week. I'm sending one to the Philippines this week. I've sent one to the Philippines already, sent one to Hong Kong, sent one to Shanghai. Sent 2 to Shanghai, sent 4 to Australia, Malaysia. I think I've sent one to Kuwait. We've shipped everywhere, guys, so you won't have any issues. We send them everywhere. Do you send them as a gift so we don't get hammered for import tax? Shopify handles how they get sent out, but Alan says, London isn't a country, Jory. I never said it was a country. I was listing the places that I've sent them to. People are so weird. Man, I'm not upset with you, but it's so bizarre how people are so quick to want to correct you just for anything. And I understand it's because they want to feel like oh, this is how I'm going to interact with this person, so I'm just going to quickly correct them. It's just bizarre. Jory, what are your thoughts on bronze watches? So that was the flavor of the week. Kind of like 2 years ago, a year ago. So initially it was bronze watches, then it moved on to like Pepsi bezels, and the watch industry goes through phases. And I think bronze watches are very cool and nautical if they're done properly. That's what I'll say. But I'd rather have like a titanium watch over a bronze watch. Jory, are you done reading Murder on the Orient Express? Almost. Haven't had time. And I've actually been playing Final Fantasy X on my Switch. So that's how I've been passing time when I'm not working or like working out. I've been running also. Can you believe it? I've been running like 1 to 2 miles a day because I am not at the gym, so I'm not doing like stairs like I normally am. Reading comments. Jay Anderson, what happened if it won't arrive due to the current well, I can't say that word. We can't say that word. Jay, I have never had a watch not arrive. So I don't know what's going on where you guys live as far as like the couriers and the shipping. I've never had a watch not arrive. Will you ever shave? Nope. That's fun. But is CA in lockdown yet? Yes, we are. Absolutely. Running indoors? No. How would I run a mile indoors? Unless my place is enormous. I'm not Tom Brady. No, we're still allowed to go outside. We're not like literally sealed in to our houses. I run around my neighborhood. So, GM Shadow Traders push-ups, sit-ups. Yeah, a lot of push-ups, sit-ups. So essentially, it's whatever conditioning I do in jiu-jitsu is what I'm doing here in my place. And I'm also lifting. I have a 50-pound vest that I wear, and I also am lifting like water jugs and stuff. Talking about running, Shirag says, what's your choice? Hey, Seiko. My cat is here. Talking about running, what's your watch of choice when you work out? Typically, a G-Shock. Shirag, please don't spam the comment section with the same question. If I can't get to it, my moderators are going to try to help me. But just please don't spam the comment section because everyone's trying to comment. Second. This is my kitty cat, Princess Seiko. She's beautiful. She's a baby. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's purring right now. So that's Princess Seiko. Cat hair. But yeah, so the watch I wear to work out is typically a G-Shock. I wear my G-Shock DW6600. That's typically the watch I wear. But yesterday, when I went on my run, I was wearing my Tuna. Because guess what? It's a sports watch. LT with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, nice crowd here today. Thank you. Man, LT is so cool. He's a great supporter. He's stubbornly positive. And he actually uses his watches. He's a channel member. So he posts pictures in the Discord chat, the members only chat that we have. By the way, if you want to join the channel, it's $4.99 a month, and some of that support actually does come to the channel. It's like YouTube's Patreon. So when you hear me say certified T3 bot, it's because those are my channel bots. And he is a channel member. We have a private Discord chat that's open 24/7. But he posts pictures, and he actually like climbs mountains and stuff wearing his G-Shocks, and those action photos are very, very cool. So LT, thank you for supporting the channel. You freaking rock. Milk on the moderator has a link on how to join the channel via your mobile device. 121 Click Bezel says, your cat sounds as needy as mine. My two cats named Needy and Jealous. Sounds like your cat is a distant relative. I think so. Like, look, Link, Linky, Link, Link. Okay, Seiko ran in here. I have another cat named Link, but I think Link might be asleep. Seiko, come here. Oh. So funny. Cats are hilarious, right? Because anybody that says cats are mean, or like they're too distant, or they're not affectionate, they just have never owned a cat, because cats are so affectionate and so needy that yeah, they're like the best companions. I'm also a dog person. The thing is, I live in Los Angeles, which is a city, and I work a lot, so it's difficult to own a dog. As much as I would absolutely love to own a dog, own dogs my whole life. But yeah, look, Link heard me calling my name, and this boy is my cat Link. His birthday's April 1st, April Fool's Day, which is hilarious because he's the naughty one. So he's the one that's always getting into stuff and being silly. But Link is my best friend ever. And Link was named after Legend of Zelda, the hero of time. So it's like a watch reference and a Zelda reference. So I have Link and I have Seiko. Shoutout, California, certified T3 bot. Jay says, no, my cat would literally follow me and find any chance to lay in my lap. Link, Link goes to sleep 24/7, right? But if I'm either on the computer, like cooking, helping Connie cook, or writing something in my journal, or anything that will take my attention, like if I'm dedicated to doing something, then boom, he's wide awake and he's yelling for me, trying to scratch at my pant leg, or so he'll go to sleep until I'm very busy with something, and then he wants all my attention. So yeah. Sam, who is Connie? Connie is some girl I pay to pretend to be my girlfriend in this fake universe that is my channel. According to the comment section, she doesn't exist. Young Excellency, cats are affectionate on their own time terms, usually when you don't want them to be. So many memories of my cat sleeping on my homework. Yep. So the first cat I ever got was named Ari. In Hebrew, Ari means lion. I've always wanted a black cat. Always. Always. I'm not too ashamed to say that I always wanted a black cat since watching Sailor Moon when I was little. And so I finally got a black cat. I had her for 5 years, and then she passed away from leukemia, unfortunately. But I was still studying at the time when I had her. And so if I would be on the computer, she would just lay on the keyboard. Or if I was opening a book, looking through a book, she would just lay across the book. And I just remember at any time I would go to highlight something in my book, her paw would hit the highlighter and mess me up. But of course, it was frustrating at the time, but now that I don't have her, I kind of wish she was there to bother me a little bit. She was truly the best cat ever. Carlos, I'm sorry. It's rough, man. John Free, certified certified T3 box. Excuse me, John. Didn't mean to mispronounce your name. Remember, cat owns the house that you live in. Yeah, I'm literally just a tenant for my cat's place. This is my cat's place. Reading comments. Captain, have you ever considered doing a review of the Orient Sun and Moon? Maybe I'll have to pick one up for the channel. A lot of people are asking me about that watch more and more lately, so I guess we might have to get one for the channel and review. Sam, hey Jory, is your Wrangler reliable? Did you ever come across any serious problems because other Jeeps aren't? I don't know what you're referring to, or that was poor English. I don't know to what you are referring. My Jeep is from the TJ era, and those are the most reliable engines they ever made. It's the straight 6-cylinder 4-liter, and those are not known to have any issues outside of rust. Now, when they switched engines and they went to the JKs, then things became unreliable. But I've literally never had a single issue with my Jeep, and I've owned that since 2006. So, no, it's very reliable. Wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Seiko Tuna SBBN 031. Reading comments, guys. If you ever see me spacing out, it's because I don't know if you know what it looks like on my side, but the comments scroll very fast upwards like a like movie credits. So I have to do my best to try to find them. Chi-Town, California, certified T3 bot says, Connie is the love of Jory's life, but he isn't fresh from the barber or drinking Vietnamese coffee. Unfortunately, I'm not doing either of those things because the city is in lockdown. Do you like iced out G-Shocks? Heck no. Heck no. Chirag, Jory, what watch did you get to start off this decade? What was the first watch I bought, guys? I think it was the Orient Defender. I think that's the first watch I bought in 2020. Yeah, my Orient Defender. Not a bad way to start off. What do I oh man, Captain, with the question I get every live stream, what do I think about the Jacob & Co. Astronomia? Jacob & Co. makes art, okay? It's definitely impressive mechanically and from an artistic standpoint. It is absolutely not a watch anyone would wear, okay? It's very cool to look at and be like, wow, this is fun. It's kind of like a snow globe. But it's not a watch I would ever wear, and most of what Jacob & Co. makes is gaudy and in poor taste, in my opinion. But it's impressive, like visually. Carlos, I have no idea what you're talking about. Reading comments. Have you seen producer Michael's collection? Yes. Junk. Absolute junk. John Eisenhart, good Shabbos. Philippe, do you consider Dan Henry a fashion watch? I don't know if it's a fashion watch. They're just totally uninspired. They are things that I've seen before. They're just remaking vintage watches. Just get a vintage watch. I just don't like Dan Henry. The Time Teller Shop does not recommend Dan Henry. The Time Teller Shop. The Time Teller channel does not recommend Dan Henry watches. Do you think the Cartier Crash is overpriced? No. I think it's so sick. I love the Cartier Crash. Here's what I'll say about Cartier. Unfortunately, their watches do not hold value. So in that sense, it could be considered overpriced. Whatever you spend on a Cartier, brand new, in like 3 years, that thing's going to go down. Okay? Go way down. So that's unfortunate, but it's just true. Which new model type Rolex Sports is the best deal on the market right now? Kind of into the new Air King. The Air King's the one to get, man. That's the one to get right now. I think a lot of people don't like it. They slept on it. So I think in the future that watch will go up in price. I think that's going to be a very iconic watch. I'm not a big fan of that. I would just get an Explorer, but I think that's the watch to get. I think that's probably the best bang for buck. Joey. J-Rod says, Joey, favorite model of Seiko Flight Series watches? I haven't seen all of them. Let's look at some. Milk 'em. Stand by. Give me 1 second, guys. Uh-oh, Milcom's laying down the hammer, guys. Better listen to him. So I've always been a fan of the SNA 411. SNA 411. I think that's an easy pick. That's kind of the watch people think of when they think Seiko flight watch. I think it's cool. Does it have screw down pushers? I think that's pretty. I think it's a cool watch, especially I've seen them with on NATO straps, and they look very, very cool. I think honestly, I think the watch to get though, if you can find one, okay, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. This watch is going to be thousands of dollars, unfortunately. Okay, it's going to be over $3,000 if you can find one. But the coolest Seiko Flightmaster, okay, is the SBDS001. SBDS001. That's the Flightmaster with a titanium case, and it's an automatic chronograph. It is so freaking cool. I've wanted one for a very long time. They're not easy to find, and when you do find them, they're a few $1,000. So SBDS001 Seiko Flightmaster titanium automatic chronograph. Put a picture of it up. I can't put a picture of it up on YouTube Live. I wish I could. Vince Goodrum in the building. Air horns. Captain, did you hear about the option that Breitling made for Bentley Bentiaga, the same as the car? I don't know if I've seen that. Actually, what's funny is 2 weeks, around Connie's birthday, I went to the Breitling boutique in West LA in Century City, and I met with those guys, and I got to look at their limited edition Beverly Hills edition Super Ocean. I looked at some of their I don't know if it was an Avenger. They had one of their like ugly Colt pilot chronographs with the LCD coating or LSD coating. It's not PVD. They used the other one. And it had black diamonds on the bezel. Ooh, black diamonds. But I liked to see that Breitling 804 reissue. That was very cool. They showed me that. And I got to take a look at the Breitling emergency line. I got to look at the new Exospaces, and I got to look at the new Breitling emergencies. They confirmed to me that if you pull the pin, if you pull the pin on the Breitling emergency, it's a $10,000 charge from Breitling themselves, just for doing that, on top of whatever fee you incur from whatever emergency service you are in the world. But just pulling that pin gets you a $10,000 bill from Breitling, which is crazy. Vince says, "Hey Jory, working from home and actually got sick, but I'm fine now. Can't stay too long, but I hope you've been well." Thank you, man. Well, heal up. Try to lay low and chill. Drink your fluids. You will get through this. But I'm sorry, man. Jay says, "Gotta go, Jory. Stay safe and healthy, my dude." I hope you all stay healthy, man. My thoughts on glycine? I'm not a fan. Lee Bishop Vince says, "Look after yourself, Vince." SS, I can't really talk about that right now because YouTube doesn't like me talking about that stuff, which is kind of BS. Isaiah says, I was adjusting the date on one of my vintage boulevards, pulled the crown out and broke it. That's frustrating. Contact TikTok Watch Repairs, TikTokwatchrepairs.com. They are my personal watchmakers, and they will handle you. What's my opinion on the Islander watch? I don't have any opinion on it. I like Mark. He's a really nice dude. When I started my shop, he wished me good luck. I have not seen one in person. Tell him to send it to me. 121 Click Bezel says, go visit the Vacheron boutique in Beverly Hills. Showed up in shorts and flip-flops. After hearing I was a fan, they went back and gave me an awesome book. Must be $500. Need one for your shelf. I've already visited them. I visited them. Obviously, Grand Seiko. Visited IWC. Obviously, Rolex. For the most part, they're all really nice, guys. Shouldn't be intimidated. For the most part, they're nice. Unfortunately, you will meet some jerks. That's just the way of the world. It's just like my YouTube comment section. The vast majority of the people are amazing, but you're going to get the bad along with the good. What I told some of my members, we've had a huge influx of new subscribers, which I'm very lucky, very blessed, very happy. But with the new influx of people, there's going to be like an influx of haters as well. But you got to look at life like a video game. Okay, you gotta look at life like a video game. If you're going in a direction and there aren't any bad guys, you're probably going in the wrong direction. You gotta go forward and you gotta keep conquering those bosses. You gotta go in the direction with the bad guys, right? That's how you know you're going in the right way. You don't beat the game without beating up some bad guys. Fernando, what's my opinion about L'Oreal brand? L'Oreal? I don't know L'Oreal. More specifically, homage. Oh, Laurier. Dude, I don't really have an opinion. They wrote to me, and I think they've written to me on Instagram. They asked me if I wanted to review a watch. I said yes, and then they just ghosted me. So, Morgan Decker. New to your page and love your reviews and info so far. Wondering if you've done a best substitute for the Rolex Submariner, as if don't have Rolex money. I don't know if I've made that episode. I don't know if I've actually made that episode. Maybe I'll have to make that episode. Bom dia, Portugal. No watch, but great food. Hey. Would love to go to Lisbon. Connie wants to go to Portugal, actually. Oh, Malcolm the moderator is correcting me. He says, no, Jory, not Laurier. There's a Chinese company called L'Oreal. Oh, shoot. I didn't know that. L'Oreal Chinese watch. Okay, I gotta learn. I'm so sorry. Jory's beard is money. Dab. May contain bleach with the super chat. Says, any Patek models you see yourself getting now or in the future? Yes, there is one. Allow me to share it with you. I don't know the reference number. What is going on? Double super chats. Give me a sec, guys. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get to all of you, I promise. What is the reference number? Hold on. Oh, I'm so nervous right now. Okay, I have it. Check it out. The watch that I want to get, the watch I will get, is, stand by for reference number, Calatrava. It is a Calatrava, but I didn't want to tell you that it was a Patek Calatrava, because if you say that, people are immediately like, lame. But hold on. I want the Patek Calatrava that was released in 2019, the 5212A stainless steel. That's right, not precious metal. The stainless steel weekly calendar. That is the watch that I want. One of my watch fam buddies on Instagram got one. He got one. And I was like, yo, dude, stop being more successful than me, because he bought one. And then he bought the new Corvette C8. And I was like, bro, bro, bro. I hate people being successful. I'm just kidding. Wow, I sound like my comment section, actually. But yes, Basel World 2019 edition. It was released in 2019. The Patek Philippe Calatrava weekly calendar 5212A. That's the one I want. And one of my watch fam people on Instagram freaking flaunting it that he's better than me. He was like, yo, guess what? Got a Patek weekly calendar. Yo, what's up? Just got the CA. Right before he bought the Corvette CA, he bought an Audi R8. Bro! I'm just kidding. Sakari 1138 with a super chat. Do you like how I can just shut it off? It's because I'm a sociopath. Loriot and Laurier are different watch companies. Well, thank you guys. I don't know everything. Thank you. Chi-Town, California, certified T3 bot. Says Jory doesn't like homage watches. That's very true. Asfan says, good thing about big beard is you can hide your identity just by shaving it. I don't think I can. Because I'm like weird. So I think even without the beard, I'm weird. The beard is weird. Tom McClellan says, just now subscribed, even though when I view your videos and you announce your time of the day at the beginning, you're always way, way off. Hey, I know. Sometimes I'm off. Matt B, Jory, wristwatch today. SBBN 031 Tuna. I've been wearing this for a week straight, actually. It's crazy. Sometimes I just want to wear the same watch. It's not a, you know, it's not, you can wear what you want, guys. Big Pizza Pie. Hey, Jory. Hope you and your family are staying safe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Lee Bishop. Jory, Penny just dropped a bad plate of steak, onion rings, mushrooms, and chips. Man, you are eating good, Lee. Send some over my way. We need some food over here. Vince Goodrum says, I hate homage watches for the most part, but actually for different reasons than yours, Jory. I'll make a video later today. Well, send me a link and I will love to watch it. Give me some perspective there. Young Excellency says, Jory's beard is made of adamantium. It's unshavable. That's right. I get my Mach 3 Turbo, and I'm like, and then I look, and the razor's broken. Milk, I'm laying down the hammer. LT, certified T3 bot, says, wow, just noticed the beard. Oh, man. Smith's Everest thoughts. I would rather just watch, or I'm sorry, I'd rather just get a Rolex Explorer if I want that type of watch. I like your Opinel. Yeah, dude, Opinel rules. And actually for, when was it? Was it Father's Day? I got my dad the, like collector's box of Opinels. So it had all the Opinel numbers from the really tiny one to the big one, all in like a nice display case. It's very, very cool. He has it in his office. When I bought it, I was like, I might just keep it. But yeah, super cool. Oris 65 is really cool. Like that, I like that watch a lot. Lee says, dude, we've seen the pre-beard photos. That's true. I posted a photo of me without my beard in the Discord chat, the members only chat. Captain Connor says, Luminor and Ferrari or Daytona and Rolls-Royce. Which Luminor? Because I have a PAM 111. I own a PAM 111. Can I pick a submersible? Bronzo? Here's what I'd do. I'd get a Panerai Bronzo, green dial, and then I'd get a Ferrari F40. That's what I would do. Screw the Rolls Royce. William J, certified T3 bot, says, my kids gave me the Opinel set a couple Christmases ago. I love it. Yeah, that's what I got. That's such a dad gift, right? That's very cool. Milk on the moderator says, the pre-beard photo looks like a different person. That was when I was like 24, I think. I was like 24. So I was younger. I also weighed a lot more. So that was me with my coach at the time. And I was like 265 probably. I was freaking jacked. I was like freaking jacked. Connie's favorite watch she owns. I got her a 1940s female Omega bracelet, and she really likes that one because I got it full box with it, which is crazy. Andy, the F40, you have good taste, sir. See, you agree, and I agree, but like purists are like, oh, that thing has turbos. That's not a Ferrari, it has turbo. Okay, that's like the most prolific Ferrari ever. Pfft. Heathens. Would you wear an oyster quartz? Absolutely. Absolutely. SS. How old are you now? How old are you now? 30. Dirty 30, baby. If you guys want to send me a gift, my birthday's June 12th. Have I ever been to Venice Beach? Yeah, dude. I live like not far from it. Go all the time. Brian's wearing the Seiko WWW WMD edition. Such a badass watch. JMS with a super chat says, heading out to study. Stay safe, Jory and friends. Be safe, bro. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face, and you'll be fine. William J, certified T3 bot, says, hey, want to know how to turn that gray thumbs up under your screen into a blue one? Click it. Guys, hit the likes. It really does help the channel when you hit the like button. Vince says, Jory, still waiting for the destruction of that watch you promised. Yeah, I'm going to make maybe like one more episode with it, and then I'm going to break it on camera, because that was part of the deal. That was a sponsored episode, and one of my channel members, Clockwork, bought that watch, and we're going to break it. Laszlo Device, certified T3 bot, says, hello guys, be safe everybody. The 288 GTO is also a really cool Ferrari. Ofek, are you still wearing the original Cocktail Time? I remember that you used to talk about this watch a lot. Yeah, Ofek, I actually just recently made an episode about it. Milcom, can you post a link to the episode why you probably shouldn't buy the Sarbo 6.5 in 2020? John, certified T3 bot, how much hate have you been getting from the Invicta boys on your recent videos? Ugh, so much. So much. You know what's funny is they always write to me with the same thing. It's always like, Chi-Town, California, I'd rather have a Porsche 959. They always write to me with the same thing. It's always, this guy's an idiot. So it's a personal attack. Okay? Milcom has the link to my latest Sarbo 6.5 video. It's always a personal attack, okay? And what they say is, this guy doesn't know anything, he's a snob. He's an idiot. So first of all, they never attack my points, right? They never attack what I say in the video. They just call me names. And so then, when you say, okay, well, but what did you think about what I said in the video. They'll just be like, shut up, snob, F you. So it's like, okay. And then if they take it a step further and if they happen to be somewhat articulate, which most of them are not, they'll be like, this idiot won't let people wear what they want. Invictas are fine. Stop telling people they can't wear it. Let them wear what they want. And it's like, okay, so what you're telling me is that I should allow people to have their own opinions. Well, how come people, these Invicta lovers, how come they're entitled to their own opinion, but I'm not entitled to my opinion? That's what I don't understand. So apparently, on my own YouTube channel, I'm not allowed to express my own opinions, but they're allowed to have their opinions. It doesn't quite make sense. Yeah, but these people are oversensitive man children. They're little kids. At least their developmental, their intellect has developed just around maybe adolescent stage. I'm not a big fan. Big Pizza Pie says, I'm not a fan of the latest 1953 Invicta. Or I'm not a fan, but the latest 1953 Invicta for around 100 isn't a bad beater watch. I'm not a fan. It just looks like a Tudor Black Bay, which I don't like, so. Jack Williams, hey Jory, love the channel. What's your thoughts on the Tudor North flag? Sound the air horns. The Tudor North flag. Ugh, I hate the Black Bay. The Tudor North flag is the only Tudor I would love to own. I love the Tudor North flag. I love it. Which do you like more, the 36 or 40mm Day-Date? ME, you must be new here. Milcom, link him the video. Everyone wants this Rolex. I own a 36mm Day-Date. So obviously, I love the 36mm. The 36 is just much more classic. That's what I've always thought of when I think of the president. So, that was a really fun episode. ME, check out the episode. Everybody wants this Rolex. I made it in February, I think. It's a fairly new episode. It's a 2020 episode. And it's all about my 36mm Day-Date. ME, check out Milcom's link. He just posted a link to that episode. I had a whole lot of fun. I spent a lot of time making that episode and no one watched it. Come on! Would I wear the billionaire? I don't know what the billionaire is. Will you ever buy an Apple Watch? I don't think so. I don't think an Apple Watch and a wristwatch are mutually exclusive. I think you can wear both. You have two wrists. If you want the functionality of having some tech on your wrist, then do that, and then on your other wrist, wear a proper watch. But what I will say is that an Apple Watch is not a watch. An Apple Watch is essentially a high-tech Fitbit. Young Excellency, Spyderco's the best. Yes, I own Spyderco. I also own Benchmade. The one I keep in my pocket every day is a Benchmade Vex. First production edition. Unfortunately, they don't make that one anymore. I can't say what it is because YouTube will demonetize me. But yes, Spyderco, big fan. Benchmade, big fan. $121 click bezel with a large wrist. Mine is 8 inches. How small is too small? Well, I have just over a 7.5-inch wrist. It's not quite 8 inches. But I'm a big dude. I have above average wrists, and I wear watches that are 31mm. You shouldn't care what people think. John Wayne wore a tiny Rolex King Midas. Al Capone wore a tiny Rolex Prince. Muhammad Ali, who was enormous, wore a tiny Cartier tank, very similar to the one I own. So if these dudes that are humongous wore small watches, then you can wear one too. So I'm a big dude. I have 7.5-inch wrists, and I wear 32mm Rolex bubble backs all day long. Just don't worry about it. Raul Gunter says, you look so pretty. Well, thank you. I love your cute beard. Thank you. Feed the Fat Rabbit says, T3, you ever wear the Seiko MM300? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Yes, I have. It's a whole lot of watch on the wrist. It's really cool. That is a very fun high-end Seiko diver. I picked the Tuna over it, though. I wanted the C46. And the 7C46, excuse me. So, yeah, Tuna all the way. Tuna, much more prolific in my opinion. Captain, oh, the billionaire from Jacob. No, I want to get this straight. I would never wear a Jacob & Co. watch. I would never wear a Jacob & Co. watch. Never. Not a fan. Vince Goodrum says, some Invicta collectors hate Jory, but not me. Vince is the man. So, you know why? It's because Vince has, like, intellectual maturity, and he can distinguish between, oh, this person has a different opinion than me, but we can still be friends. Like, it's just very bizarre how... It's like, dude, if someone likes pineapple on their pizza, but I don't, like, I'm not going to hold that against them. It's just very bizarre. Vince says, some Invicta collectors hate Jory, but not me. The fact that you're calling out actual misbehavior by the company. The fact is that you're calling out actual misbehavior by the company, from placing ridiculous retail pricing on making money and copying watches. Yes, and then he puts, sadly, there are a lot of things about Invicta that Jory hasn't even mentioned that is far worse. Ooh, maybe make an episode, give me some insight. I would love to, if you make an episode with some of that stuff, I would love to mention that episode in one of mine and shout you out. That's very interesting. That's very ominous. Would I ever wear a Citizen ProMaster? I own a Citizen Nighthawk. Lee Bishop says, "Oh, Jory, you mean Vince is an adult with a brain?" Yes, a highly functioning brain, in fact. Nick, with the super chat, says, question from my 9-year-old. What watch would Link from Zelda wear? What watch should he wear? Love your channel. My daughter is also a fan. Well, Nick, to your son and your daughter, excuse me, love your channel. My daughter is also a fan. Excuse me, your 9-year-old. Well, to your 9-year-old, to your daughter, I say hello. Listen to your parents. Go to sleep when they tell you. Brush your teeth and read your books. Okay, that's some advice. Listen to your dad. So I have Link right here. Linky. He's actually asleep right now. But what watch would Link wear from The Legend of Zelda? And what watch should he wear? That's a great question. First of all, I think it needs to be tough. Okay? Because Link gets into a lot of fights. So it needs to be very tough. Also... it can't be too big. It can't be too big because he needs to be nimble, right? Link isn't a big guy. He's a small dude, and he needs to be nimble and fast. So what could be tough, and what could be nimble enough for him? Let's think about this. What's lightweight, very, very strong, and able to handle a beating? I have an idea. I think Link from The Legend of Zelda, the hero of time, I think he would wear a 36mm Explorer. I think he's more analog. I think he would wear an Explorer. Because the whole point of Link from The Legend of Zelda is that he explores. He goes around dungeons and caves and he looks around. I think he would wear a 36mm Explorer, and he would wear it on the inside of his wrist. That's a great question. I love those types of questions. And yeah, it's funny. When I was 8 years old, I didn't really know much about watches, so that's amazing that that your 9-year-old, your daughter, knows about that stuff. Also, you're clearly raising her properly, because She knows about Zelda, and she watches my channel, so. Reading a comment, reading it. Oh, Raj! You know what? Let me change my answer. Why did this escape me? Link would wear a Sarbo 17. It's green. And it's like 39 millimeters. Yes, he would wear a Sarbo 17 green dial alpinist on a NATO strap. That's a great answer. Absolutely. The Seiko alpinist. Absolutely. Sadat Hussein says, I want to grow a beard like Jory Goodman. Hey man, drink your milk, eat your meat. Thoughts on the Rolex Air King? I'm not a fan, but that's probably the watch to get. It's probably going to go up in price because it was undervalued, in my opinion. Young Excellency, is Link an outdoor cat or just roughing up Seiko on the daily? Seiko is typically roughing up Link. Seiko's smaller than Link, but Link lets her beat him up, and then when he's done with it, he pushes her away. But neither of my cats are outdoor cats. It's just too dangerous in the city. So, we have coyotes also, and coyotes, like, steal people's cats regularly. So they're indoor only, and they're my watch cats, my guard cats. Isaiah, have a good one. What do I think about the Casio Duro? If you want a watch that's under $100 and it has a 100-meter water resistance rating, do it. I'll pick one up and review it. I'm surprised I haven't reviewed it. Holt, I know you know your field watches. That's true. I'm a big fan. I know Bertucci isn't Boulder or khaki, but it's affordable. Thoughts? Well, you'll be happy to know that I purchased a Bertucci field watch. It is here. Well, it's in the office, actually, but I have it. And the review is coming up next week. So stand by, stay tuned. So many people since I started this channel have been asking me about Bertucci, and I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and review it. So I got a Bertucci field watch, titanium, and I'm not going to tell you what I think about it yet. You guys are going to have to wait for the review, but it's coming up next week, so stay tuned. I can't get the North Flag off my mind. Oh no, I'm in trouble. It's a cool watch, man. Jory can crush an Invicta with his adamantium beard. That's true. Holt, what do I think about the Bertucci? I answered that. Scott Hill, hey man, good to finally make a Saturday live on lockdown in UK. Great videos, Scotty. Well, thanks, man. I'm in lockdown in LA, so we're here. How am I coping without being able to lift? So you get anxiety, kind of, because you're used to putting out a certain amount of like effort in the day, and when your routine gets kind of altered, you know, you get those jitters, and you're like, oh, come on, like I need to go lift. I've been doing okay though. I've been doing body weight stuff, some circuit training stuff. Pretty much the conditioning that we do in jiu-jitsu, I'm able to do at home. I also have a 50-pound vest that I wear, and I've been running about a mile and a half every day around my neighborhood. So that's something that we do, but it's definitely, I mean, there's not enough weight for me to pull to really feel like I'm getting it done. Time for a home gym. Well, let's milk them. Let's see how long these lockdowns last, and hopefully not much longer. Vince says, agreed. Even with my Bowflex Max Trainer, my exercise bands, I miss the atmosphere. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Especially coming from like the competitive background and being used to the kind of vibe, not to use that word, of like powerlifting and getting that hype from like the area. It's just not the same having to do it like alone. You know what I mean? But whatever. We'll be okay. Young Excellency, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yep. It's pretty much the only Jiu-Jitsu that you can find in LA is Brazilian. W, what does Bertucci mean in Latin? That's a good inside joke. You want to know something funny, bro? When I think Bertucci, I think of a pizza place that was in New Hampshire that I grew up eating at. It was called Bertucci's. And it was like some wannabe Italian restaurant. This was New Hampshire, so it wasn't really anything hyper sophisticated. But I remember growing up and like going there with my family, and it was it actually wasn't that good, but it was fun. Do you even collect action figures? No, I don't. Chi-Town, California, certified T3 bot says powerlifting is definitely a social experience. Yeah. Dude, you have your bros there. When you pull up to the bar, you have people cheering you on, and it's fun. It's just broing out, kind of. And having to kind of like train at home by yourself, it's lonely. Jory, do I use watch winders? Yep. Absolutely. John, you've been a certified T3 bot for a while now. I've made 2 episodes about my watch winders. Milcom, can you find the watchwinder videos and post them? Yeah, dude. And I explain why I use them. If I was a Pokemon character, what would my name be? Guys, some in the comment section, let me know, what would my Pokemon name be? Dean, certified T3 bot, bench press Connie. Yeah, I put her over my shoulders and I squat her, but she doesn't weigh enough. It's gonna have to be Connie wearing the vest, holding both of my cats, and maybe her purse. Actually, I don't even know if I'd be able to lift her purse. That thing, it's a bottomless pit, that thing. Milk the Moderator has a link. Watch this before you buy a watchwinder. There's another one. Milkum as well. Cow goes, says, your opinion on Seiko Lord Marvel 36,000. I made an episode saying that that's the one to get. So, yeah. Man, do a review on Tissot, please. I have done an episode on Tissot. Dean, the purse doubles as a kettlebell. That's for sure. Milcom says, linked above. Thank you so much, Milcom. Vince says, watch winders are essential when you have multiple automatic watches. I have one with 2 slots and honestly need another one. Yeah, that's... When you have a bunch of watches, especially with certain complications, like moon phase and things like that, it definitely helps to keep them on a winder so you're not constantly resetting them. Time teller, what pen is in the thumbnail? My Mont Blanc Meisterstück rollerball. I'm kind of a casual when it comes to pens. People are like, oh, you don't even use a fountain pen. That pen is the equivalent of a quartz. It's so funny. People, when they see me writing, they get so mad about me showing my pen. And they're like, that pen is the equivalent of a quartz watch. As if that's like a diss to me because I wear quartz watches all the time. So it's like, okay, cool. So it's highly functional and reliable. Cool. I'm glad I bought it. But I think they're trying to diss me. Also, what they don't understand, these are the same people that get upset that I wear my watch on my right wrist. It's like, guys, there are things called lefties. There are things called like different hand dominance. When you're a lefty and you write with a fountain pen, you smudge. It's very difficult. And I don't have the patience because I write so much. I'm not going to be writing things and smudging. It's just not worth it. Jory, still have your FC Moon Phase watch. Such a nice dress watch. Nearly got one. I actually sold it. Lionel Silva, very cool name. He says, I love this channel. It's great. Thank you so much, bro. Young Excellency says so much smudging. Matt B says, I'm mad, Jory. We're all mad. We're here to be mad. None of us can see our foreheads. Milk in the Monitor says, I don't understand why people are so crazy about which wrist your watch is on. I know, like, if you don't like how I wear my watch, then, like, just don't wear it that way. Like, you wear the watch the way you want to. It's very bizarre, but this is, like, people try, like, they get upset and they want to correct you for doing it. It's just very weird. Like, why watch me if you're only going to be okay with how you do things? Like, if you are only okay with the way you do things, then perhaps don't ever look at another person, because potentially they're going to be doing things differently than you. Like, why come to my channel? Just make your own channel then. W1023 says, I want problems like getting upset at quartz lefties and quality and reliability. Yeah, I know. Imagine the privileged life you live if the things that bother you are how someone which wrist someone else wears their watch on. It's like, wow. If those are your biggest problems, you are living a very good privileged life. I have other things that I need to worry about. Roar of the Tiger says, Bertucci's is still much more authentic than Olive Garden. I actually met Jay Leno at their Andover, Mass location. Oh my gosh, dude. So you actually know about Bertucci's. That's so funny. Lee said, Milcom, Andover is Hampshire. Well, I'm from New Hampshire, so we're bros. JP 1000, it won't affect the prices. People are expecting there to be massive price cuts. I don't think there will be. I think there'll just be a prevalence of availability. Matt B says, I like your channel because you have such a hugely different taste in watches than I do. You show stuff I wouldn't expect or wouldn't experience otherwise. Thank you, man. I just do me. I just do me. Trail Vegas says, Jory secretly wears another watch around his neck under the beard. What watch is in the thumbnail? It's my Rolex Date 1500. Holt says, love the channel. You should get a wiki page with a bio, brother. That's a very nice thing to say. Thank you. I don't think I'm significant enough for that. My fiance is from Enfield, New Hampshire. Hey, Granite State, live free or die. I might know her. I'm from Amherst. Tell her I'm from Amherst. Lee says, yeah, we made Old Hampshire. Lee's from Old Hampshire. I'm from New Hampshire. Cowboy Swami, thank you for the super chat. I don't know what super gel is. I really do not know what alpha gel, super gel. I don't know what these things are. Dude, everyone's asking about oil-filled watches. I don't like them. I do not like them. Sir, you would be a giant amongst the Amish. Yeah, all I have to do is shave my mustache and then I could be Amish. Matt B, we should make the Jory Wikipedia with just wild assumptions for him to correct. That's true. I guarantee you people would abuse that. As a field watch lover, William asks, where would you position the Zin 556 or the Damasco DS30? Do you see them as valuable alternatives to the category given their tool watch pedigree? Yeah, I think they're awesome. One of my close friends that I grew up with in New Hampshire owns a Damasco. And I think between the two, I would probably go Zin. I think the 556 looks very cool. I like the crown guards, the integrated crown guards. And yeah, I think that's the one I would go. Damasco clearly makes really good watches. His is badass, so I'm a big fan. Steven, do you have any pictures with shaved face? Yes, I do. I posted one recently in the members only Discord chat. Oh man, I'm gonna tempt myself on the Zin website again. Don't do it, you're gonna want to buy it. Steven, how come it says you're not a channel member? I don't see your icon. Yeah, oil-filled watches are not my thing, guys. I'm sorry. Reading comments, guys. Emmanuel says, I'm left-handed and I wear my watch on my right hand because it's comfortable. Exactly. Just like how right-handed people wear their watch on their left hand. Why? Because it's more comfortable. Feed the Fat Rabbit says, someone once said you looked like a handsome beaver rocking a vintage Rolly and I cannot unsee it. Hey, I've been called worse. So, Chance says, just bought a starter D&D set. Now I need friends. Okay, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Milcom, stand by. Lee, stand by. My channel members especially. I have always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons. I have never played Dungeons and Dragons. If there's a way that we can remotely play Dungeons and Dragons together, I want to do that. If some of my viewers want to figure out a way for us to play Dungeons and Dragons together, I would do that, okay? I want to play Dungeons and Dragons. I've never done it. In all my 30 years of life, it seems so interesting. I love RPGs. I'm playing Final Fantasy right now. I'm 7.5 hours in. Can one of my members figure this out and set it up? I don't have time to set it up. If one of my members wants to set it up and find a way to do this, then I'm down. I'm currently playing Final Fantasy X on my Switch. I just finished a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. Joe Robertson, certified T3 bot. I'm very honored to say that for the first time ever. Thank you for supporting the channel. Now more than ever, we need support. So, believe it or not, we get the vast majority of the channel support comes from the members. So guys, please, in the comment section, round of applause. This is totally voluntary. You guys don't have to do it, but I have the best viewers in the world. And, yeah, honestly, like, anything from this tripod that I'm using to lights. I showed my channel members some of my lights broke. So, like, those things, like, I cannot pick up without the support from you guys. So thank you so much, guys. You freaking rock. Vince Goodroom with the super chat. Vince, I love you, bro. Thank you so much. It's very fun to have Vince here as well. Someone with a different perspective that I trust. So Vince, you freaking rock. But Joe, thank you for becoming a channel member. You guys are so generous, and I cannot do any of this without you. So thank you so much. Jeppy1000 says Subaru WRX versus Civic Type R. I own a 2019 STI Limited. I'm currently in the middle of a rally build. The full Rally Innovations front end, Sparco Terra wheels, Yokohama V601 tires, the brand new ones, and the Borla S-Type exhaust, and the Bilstein dampers. Between that and the Type R, obviously I would go STI. It's all-wheel drive. It has much better lineage of actual performance. And the hood scoop is actually functional, whereas the Type R has a fake one. Milcom the moderator. Yeah, I need a dungeon master to play D&D. That's like the whole issue, is that I've never like had some people to play with. It's just very frustrating. Vince says, well, I gotta hit the road. I'll put a video up in a few days. It's gonna make your jaw drop. I'll give you a hint. Interest rates. Vince, I look forward to it. Send me a link when you get that done. And heal up and feel better. W says, grateful for you, good sir. W, you've been a supporter since the beginning. You and your family. I wish you guys well. I hope you guys stay safe. I know you'll make it through this. Thank you for supporters like you, W1023. Sakari asks, what the heck is the trend with the oil-filled watches? I don't know. These have been around, but right now it's like everyone's posting pictures of these mods on Instagram. A lot of them do it really badly, where there's like a bubble, like too many bubbles, so it makes... Okay, the point of the oil-filled watch is that it helps visibility. But then these people often do the mod very badly, so that there's too many bubbles, and it ruins the watch's visibility. So it defeats the purpose of what you are trying to do. I don't like it. It's disgusting, and I hate it. Andy G says, Subaru and Mitsubishi rock. Heck yeah. William Turver, would you rock a Panerai? Well, I'd rock the PAM 111 that I own. I own a Luminar Marina PAM 111 with a fully decorated hand-wind movement display case back. The one to get, in my opinion. I'll make another video about it. That's one of the earlier videos I made. 121 says, so you're still on the fence then? Yeah, you couldn't tell. Am I picking up the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Absolutely. Holt says, Jory, saw your Boulder expedition. I love. How do you like more affordable venture? Check out Holt. Please check out the first episode I ever made in 2020. It is about titanium watches, and it's a full review of the new Boulder Venture Automatic. Full disclosure, Boulder sent me that watch free of charge to review. They didn't pay me, but they did send me that watch to review. Milcom, please link Holt that review, the first review I did in 2020 about the Boulder Venture. He says, by the way, my fiance says, live free or die. Amen. She knows what's up. Ranak Productions. Ranak Tiwari Productions says, your first encounter with your fan. Are you asking me about my first encounter with one of my fans? I don't think I have fans. I consider you guys my friends. I might consider you my viewers because you are viewing stuff, but I don't think I'm significant enough to have fans. I think that's a very, I don't know, pompous, unrealistic term to use. I am the same human as you guys, so saying fans is not something I would ever say. Let's just get that clear. But my first encounter with one of my viewers. So the first time it happened, it was at the gym, believe it or not. I saw this dude staring at me, and I was like, okay, whatever. And it was funny because it was deadlift day, and when we deadlift, there's like 4 guys, and we're all deadlifting, and so obviously there's some waiting around. And I thought I noticed this dude staring at me, but I kind of was just like, whatever, maybe he's looking at like what we're doing. But then some of my bros were like, hey, I think this guy is like looking at you. And so then another one of my bros was like, yeah, this guy's like staring at you. And I was like, whatever, who cares? And I didn't have as many subscribers as I did now, but I just kept lifting. And the guy comes up to me and he was like, a younger dude. He was like, hey, are you the time teller? And I just immediately started laughing. I was like, oh my God, dude. I was like, yeah. He was like, oh my God, okay. I watch all your stuff. And I was like, dude, just like say hi. Like I'm a normal person. And so that was very flattering, and it put some things in perspective, and it was kind of like, it was shocking to me. I was like, wow, people that I don't know are watching my stuff. That's like crazy. And then it didn't happen for, a month. But then a couple months went by, and it happened again at the mall by where I live. Someone stopped me, and it was a girl. She was like, you're the time teller? And I was like, what? I was like, what the heck? Like people are watching, like people like I literally do not know are watching my stuff. Like this is just crazy. And then as time went on, it now happens weekly. It's happened at a restaurant. It's happened we have an outdoor mall called the Grove. It's happened at the Grove here while I'm walking around. It's happened at a Barnes and Nobles when I was with Connie. Someone stopped me and was like, oh my gosh. I think at a Target with Connie. Someone came up to me and was like, oh, you're the time teller. I was like, yep. It happened again in my gym's locker room, a different person, if you can believe it. And now it happens weekly, but I don't have fans. These are just fellow enthusiasts. And yeah, I think saying that you have fans is unrealistic, and it separates you from reality, and it's very weird. Reed, certified T3 bot. Am I signing autographs? Absolutely not. Reed, your family. You don't need an autograph from me. Jonathan, Jory, do you think your more recent videos that have been longer in duration have anything to do with your recent spike in subscribers? So, the editors and I are trying to figure out why. Luis, the gyms are all closed in California. We've been trying to figure out, like, if the duration or something matters. But what's funny is when I first started on YouTube, which was like a year and a half ago, actually, or 2.5 years ago. That's what I meant. 2.5 years ago. I was known for like 5-minute, very like zippy episodes. Okay. And that was kind of my thing. So people would always comment, and they're like, oh, it's a brush of fresh air that this guy's making very like zippy 5-minute, sub 5-minute episodes. Boom. Then I gained like a good amount of subscribers from that. Now here's what's interesting. After I gained a good amount of subscribers early on, the urban gentry, who most of you know, and I'm not gossiping, but one of his episodes, he said that he was going to change what he was doing. He mentioned that he was going to try making shorter episodes instead of his longer ones. So I think he actually started making shorter episodes. And then a lot of other watch channels sprouted up and they started making shorter, zippier episodes. And so I started doing the opposite. I started making longer form episodes, and part of the reason was because I hired 2 editors that helped me with this stuff, with managing this stuff. And so now I can really express myself in a way that I want, and it's not burdening me with, writing the episode, filming the episode, and then having to edit all of it. So now I can really write the episode, film it the way I want to, and really express myself, and then my editors take care of the back end work. And so that has increased the amount of content I can make. It's almost like when people zig, I zag. So inadvertently, people on YouTube were making much longer content. I was making much shorter content. Then when these people started making shorter content, I started making longer content, and then boom, more subscribers showed up. So, yeah, I think the duration of the content might be some of it. So who knows? I don't know what has contributed to all the subscribers, but I'm very blessed and very thankful. May Contain Bleach said, if it's good content, I'm all for longer episodes. Young Excellency says, Jory the Time Teller and Trendsetter. Amen. Joel Tborski said, so you're not an influencer? What? My uncle Reed, certified T3 bot, the man. I call Reed the Oracle because he always gives me the insight I need. Rick, he says, Rick, I've been working from home since the 11th of March, only venturing out to grocery store and pharmacy. Amen. That's what we should be doing. Just stay home, chill, lay low. Wondering if these fans flex on Jory with a wrist check. They typically ask me what I'm wearing, and then I'll ask them, hey, like, what do you got? What are you wearing? Blah, blah, blah. One of the funniest encounters I ever had with a viewer was, where was I? I think I may have been at the mall. It was, a girl stopped me and was like, are you the watch guy? And at first I was like, the watch guy. And I was like, yeah, yep. And she was like, my boyfriend is, my boyfriend watches you all the time. And I was like, oh, cool. And she's like, can I take a picture to, like to show him right now? And I was like, yeah. And so I was just like, it was kind of awkward, but I was just like, and she took the picture and sent it. And she was like, oh my God, he's freaking out right now. He's freaking out right now. And I was like, okay, bye. Gil Eduardo Lima e Silva says, cheers from Brazil. Raj says, I think it's quality but integrity. You say what you think, and I really like that. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Gil says, very funny, my everyday commute entertainment. Hey, thank you. Yeah, you can, as long as you're safe, you can listen to me on your commute. Don't look at the screen, but just, listen. Jose Muniz says, Jory, my partner and I are celebrating 5 years together. Mazel tov. Amen. It says, any vintage watch recommendations as a gift for her? The great thing about vintage female watches, or any female watches, is that they are very inexpensive compared to the men's. You have a ton of options, dude. Email info@thetimetellershop.com. Email@thetimetellershop.com. You have a lot of options when it comes to vintage female, honestly. Emmanuel says, Porsche 911 or GT3 RS? Well, I'm confused about your comment, Emmanuel, because the GT3 RS is a 911. So the GT3 RS is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. I don't know which 911 you're comparing, because I think you're talking about two 911s, right? There's a Porsche 911 Turbo, Porsche 911 Turbo S. There's Porsche C4S 911, and then there's a Porsche 911 GT3. So which 911s do you want me to compare? Honestly, Jose, if I had to think, because that's been running in the back of my mind right now, I would get her a Cartier. I would get her a Cartier tank. You can find a Must Cartier tank that's quartz, like mine. It won't really cost you an arm and a leg. Just be careful. And, yeah, I would get that. Get a Cartier tank. Oh, Malcolm says I'd look for Cartier. Okay. Yeah, great minds think alike. Shoutout, California certified T3 bot says Jory likes the 1993 964 RS America in Guards Red. That's what I was gonna say. You're absolutely right. My dream car is a 964 911 from 1993, and it's the RS America, naturally aspirated, rear-wheel drive, manual transmission, no frills. I think it had the turbo brakes. Yeah. Jeppy1000 said, brother, you need a channel or a day of the week where you only talk about cars. Boy, I would love to have a car channel. I would absolutely love to have a car channel. Marcos Rodriguez from the Big Apple. T3 shout out from Brooklyn. Hope all is well in California. Quick question, what do you think about ball watches? Ball's really cool. They're using tritium tubes in their watches. I want the skin diver. I want the engineer heritage skin diver. I'll try to get one for the channel. Jory drive and stick? Oh no. Both of my vehicles currently are 6-speed manuals. I don't own any automatic. Well, Connie drives an automatic. Greem has a very good point. It says, with regards to the car channel, it's a shame you can't go out in the car. Exactly. Welcome, the car driver. Dean, the car teller. Have I gone down the Vostok rabbit hole? Well, I own an Amphibia, and I do not like it. And I made an episode comparing it to the SKX, and I mentioned all the bad engineering and finishing that went into the Vostok Amphibia, and then the Vostok Amphibia fanboys were like, it's designed that way! And I was like, oh, so it's like all these wonky, bad fitments and the poor tolerances and everything, that's meant to be there? And they're like, yeah, it's designed to be there. They designed it to be broken so that when you break it, it doesn't break because it's pre-broken. I was like, okay. Milcom linked that, yeah. Milcom linked it, Amphibia versus SKX. My dad got me a Vostok Amphibia when I was very young on a bun strap, and the bun strap had a compass on it. And it was fun when I was little. I got one again when I started the channel. It's not a great watch, guys. Is that a real beard? No. Trail Vega, 2-hour special, Matt Farah, and Jory cars and watches. Yeah, he's from LA. We could make that happen. We're both Jewish. Be like, hey, Matt, you want to hang out with another annoying, obnoxious Jewish guy? You know, Matt Farah's dad was the president of Ralph Lauren US. That's not like a conspiracy or like... Matt Farah's dad was literally the president of Polo Ralph Lauren North America. His dad is very connected. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just saying that's it. What gave me insight is into that is I remember watching one of his episodes on the Smoking Tire, and he mentioned that for his bar mitzvah, he got a Corvette. For Matt Farah's bar mitzvah, he got a Corvette. Yes, I'm jealous, by the way. Just kidding. Reading comments. Save the manuals. Amen. No, but seriously, I would love to start a car channel. Would love to see Jory on Watch and Listen. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, again, I would love to have a team that could film with me on site, and then I could do those types of episodes. Let me know. Would you guys like me to make more content about my car? The Time Away channel is still a thing. I just haven't had time to upload much on that channel because, again, this channel and the shop are really picking up. But I would love to make car content over there. Lionel says, yeah. Extreme Storm says, well, finishing aside, the Vostok's crown is really meant to be wobbly, but okay. Yeah, again, they made it to be pre-broken so that you can't break it because they broke it. Interesting. That is the grossest crown ever. Milcom the moderator has a link to my other channel, Time Away, where I talk about things outside of watches. There's a few episodes up there. Connie is featured heavily on that channel. I think we have like 4,000 subscribers. I haven't uploaded in a while because I'm so freaking busy, but I promise you, one of my goals for 2020 is to pick this channel up. And we might have to make some car content. Once I can get out, who knows? Greem, sir, when you work out, do you suffer from calluses? And if so, do you ignore them or do you use moisturizer? So, I don't know if you can see my hands. Oh, you can see it there. Do you see these? Confirm or deny if you can see these. So, this is from over a decade of lifting weights every day. So I do get calluses, but they don't bother me because I built them up so much. Now, when I was in my like heavyweight stage, and I was lifting like big weight every day, I would tear this hand right on my ring finger and this hand right on my ring finger. It would tear. Actually, where is it? 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 Check it out. Connie took a picture of my hands. This was from when I was 26. When I was 26, I was 275. I was deadlifting 600 pounds. I was squatting 550. I was benching around 400 pounds. So these are my hands. You can see my ring fingers torn open. This finger's torn open. And I would bleed regularly. You can see I'm bleeding. So, yeah. That's so funny that you guys asked that. Yeah, and you can see the bar. So, torn, blood. So yeah. Those were from the days of yore. I'm 30 now, so I'm not exactly as young and dumb as I used to be. Reading comments. Lee is starting stuff in the comment section. Chi-Town, built broken, huh? BMW, you learned how to do that. Vostok versus Seagull? Probably Seagull. They don't typically design their stuff pre-broken. But, Thomas Luke, hey, from Wales, we got another Welsh person. Rick, or not, Rick says LOL, Lay. Lee Bishop, there's another Welshman here. Thomas, thank you for joining me. Lee is also from Wales. Any tips for a young weightlifter? Yes. Warming up, stretching, and rolling out is the most important part of your training regimen. Okay? When I was young, I didn't give a hoot about recovery. I ended up hurting myself pretty bad, actually. I actually broke both my legs. I mentioned that in a members live stream. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention, invest the time every training session to rolling out, stretching, warming up. Do that every day. Young weightlifters don't want to do that because it's not as fun as getting the pump. Don't worry about the pump, dude. Worry about recovery. Get your sleep. Drink your water. These are things that we didn't care about because all we wanted to do was keep adding weight and getting a pump. Don't do that. Like, focus on recovery and then the weight will show up. What is rolling out? Rolling out is something called myofascial release, which is essentially deep tissue massage. But what we would do is we would sit on lacrosse balls and we would lay down on lacrosse balls. For those of you who don't know what lacrosse is, it's essentially like hockey, but on a field, but it's not field hockey. You're throwing it and you're hitting each other and blah, blah, blah. But lacrosse balls are very hard, solid rubber. And so we sit on them. I still do it to this day. I lay down on them and it really gets in deep. And so your muscle fibers get very tight, very, very tight. And when they get too tight, they're not able to flex. And so when you move in a certain way and you overload them, they're much more likely to tear. You got to get in there before and after your training regimen and loosen them up so they're more limber. And then that way you will recover. So, yeah. Round neck. God bless. Be safe in India. Extreme Storm is awake 5 a.m. in Asia. Shoutout California, certified T3 bot says weather in San Diego is wonderful. Milk on the moderator says we just broke past 2-hour mark. Nolan Ketty, bonjour from France. Okay, guys, so my phone just notified me that I'm running out of juice. So a few more quick fire questions. What's something that you've always wanted to ask me? And I will try to answer it. But guys, like 4 more questions and then I gotta go because my phone is going to die. So some quick fire questions. What's my beard grooming routine? I take a shower. I make sure to really get in there because you don't want dry skin underneath your beard. So I really get in there, clean it out. I dry it off and I immediately comb it. And then I put in beard oil, okay? I personally use Redken Brews beard oil. Redken, R-E-D-K-I-N? B-R-E-W-S. So it's like a beer, like brewing. Redken Brews. It's at my Amazon store, actually. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do have it at my Amazon store. And I put it in my beard and then I comb it in some more. And then that way I don't get any knots, and it it keeps it like in shape, and it also moisturizes your skin. So that's what I use. So wash it, get in there, dry it off, comb it, then put in the beard oil, comb it again. Is my phone plugged in? No, look. There's no cables here. It's not plugged in. Favorite NATO strap color for a dark dial? Olive drab. Olive drab will always be my favorite color for straps. I have too many watches on olive drab colored straps, to be perfectly honest. Everyday sub $1.5 thousand watch for small wrist, Grand Seiko Quartz or Nomos. I'm not a huge Nomos fan, only because I don't like Bauhaus watches, but Nomos makes good watches. I'd probably go with Grand Seiko personally, though. Couple more questions, guys. Thoughts on Philippe already? It's a fashion brand. I would not recommend them. When's the next live stream? We do a members only live stream every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and then we do this live stream every Saturday around 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jory, do I wear cologne at home? Yes, I do, because Connie likes it. So obviously I'm going to do whatever makes Connie want to be around me some more. So if she likes me wearing cologne, heck yeah, I'm going to wear cologne. I wear Cartier. That's what I've been wearing a lot, is one of Cartier's colognes. And I also really like Aqua di Gio. And then my all-time favorite is Mont Blanc Legacy. Mont Blanc Legacy. The black bottle and the white bottle are very good. The brown one, not a huge fan. But the black bottle, Mont Blanc Legacy, very good. Baypex follow-up video, Angry Jory is the best Jory. Maybe I'll make another Baypex video. Gil, I don't comment on other YouTubers. You should be watching all the watch YouTubers. Everyone has some valuable stuff to say. Check them out. Learn as much as you can. I'm not going to everybody wants me to comment on the Urban Gentry. I've only interacted with him once, and it's because he commented on one of my videos, and I responded, and then he never wrote back. But that's fine. I mean, you're not entitled to anyone's time. I don't know him personally. Everyone wants me to gossip. There's no gossip. So let me nip this in the bud. I don't ever talk about other YouTubers unless it's relevant. I only know a few of them. Teddy, him and I talk to each other. We write to each other. He's a great guy. Bark and Jack, Adrian, really great dude. Jody from Just One More Watch, really great dude. Federico from Federico Talks Watches, really great dude. These are guys I know just from interacting with them. There's no gossip. I don't have beef with anybody. I don't really, like, come on. Jory only hates Invicta and Tag. That's true. You said Mont Blanc. Triggered. Blair Robert Archie, never interacted with him. Don't know him. I only mentioned I'm being honest. The ones I know, and then the ones I don't. And I'm not gonna comment on another dude's livelihood. I know how hard it is how much work it is to run a channel and to make content. So why would I comment on what someone else is doing? Monta Watches, I'm good. The president of Monta has been in contact with me. We're working something out so he can send me I asked for 2 watches for review. He was like, yep, anything you need. He's not giving them to me. He's giving them to me for review. I need to work out an insurance form for him. I need to sign an insurance form. So we're looking that over. Once that's agreed upon, they're not paying me or anything. I literally just need to sign this insurance thing so that, like, I'm not going to steal the watches or, like, damage them on purpose or something. So, it's just business. So he's sending me a couple watches to review, and then we're doing that. Longines Master Collection, I really only like their Heritage Collection. The Longines to get, the modern Longines to get, is the Longines Mono Push Chronograph. The only Longines I will recommend right now is the one I have at the Time Teller shop. 2 new watches are coming in early next week. Stay tuned for Monday or Tuesday. We're doing a restock. And then there is a Longines at the store. You will not ever find it for a price that low. The Longines waffle dial that I have at my store right now, the average price on that is around $3,200. I'm selling it for like $1,100. So Lee Bishop, Jory, make sure you send Connie our love and make sure you're keeping social distancing when out and about. Amen, Lee. Thank you so much. I will do that. I'll tell Connie you said hello, and I'll keep her away from me. I'll say, hey, 6 feet away, Connie. Get away from me. Random Rob is the man. Also, when we're talking about content creators, check out Random Rob. Rob, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying healthy. God bless. Unfortunately, I'm ending it because my phone's at 7%, so we're gonna die here. But guys, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to end it. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. If you're watching this, you freaking rock. We have over 2 hours. It's crazy. And we've had over 200 people on this live stream. So thank you so much. You freaking rock. I love each and every one of you. I can't do anything we do here without my viewers. We're over 94,000 subscribers. We're almost at 95,000 subscribers. 100 is right around the way. Yeah, guys, again, stay healthy physically. Make sure that, you're washing your hands and doing what people tell you to do. Lay low. We will get through this, but stay healthy mentally, okay? You're only going to be hearing about the worst things. You're only going to be hearing about the worst possible cases on the media, on the news. Try not to partake of that, okay? We will get through it. Your physical health follows your mental health, and I'm not some hippy-dippy weirdo. It's just, honestly, stay positive here, and you will be okay here. I promise. So guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. God bless. I'm not scared to say that. God bless all of you, and thank you so much for helping out my channel. You guys are the reason that I can do what I do. So thank you so much. I always tell people 2 things. Okay, 1, get out of your comfort zone. Unfortunately, we're stuck in our houses right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't plan what you want to do when you get out of this stupid lockdown, this unfortunate situation we're in. So get out of your comfort zone, and don't partake of the negativity. And 2, tell someone you love them, especially right now. Just because we're social distancing doesn't mean we're self-isolating. You can still interact with people. Hey, you haven't spoken to that friend in a while? Now's a good time to send them a text or give them a call. Haven't spoken to your parents, your grandparents in a while? Now's a great time to send them a text or give them a call. Check up on people. Make sure they're doing okay. If you're younger, maybe, cautiously go pick up some groceries and drop them off for someone in need. That's, all great things. But stay safe, honestly. So get out of your comfort zone. Tell someone you love them. I'm going to start it off. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for supporting the Time Teller channel and everything we do here. I will see you on Monday's episode. For my channel members, I will see you at the Discord chat. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Dab.